going to be a bearded holiday this year. I love a good bearded holiday.
Join the team.
Hey team, it's McGuire Review, and we are going to take a look at Wizkids' brand new booster packs and set, which is Icons of the Realms, Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Now, anything that seems to be Castle Ravenloft or Strahd related right now has been very, very popular over the course of the last couple years. And this set is popular as well. It is already sold. It's in pre-order right now. It's not going to drop until Q1 2022. And it's already sold out on a number of other third-party, retail sites. You can obviously still pre-order this no problem from Wizkids, but there are some sites that the pre-orders even already sold out on. So this is going to be a very popular set. It's their standard 8-box booster set. You can buy these in bigger sets as well if you want to get more of these boosters. But I do recommend these 8-box booster sets. For the price, you get a number of models, and you're gonna have a good chance getting most of the models in the set by getting one of these bricks. And again, if you are interested in a lot of the sculpts that are in a particular set, I would recommend going with the bricks, because I can't guarantee this, but I do feel like in the manufacturing process, you get a better spread of all the models when you get these bricks versus just walking in and saying, I'll take a pack, I'll take a pack, I'll take a pack. Plus, you're going to save yourself some money by buying these bricks if you know you're going to buy a number of these boxes. All right, so as we're opening these, we'll get through each box, and then you'll be able to see side-by-side miniature cam what each one of the boxes look like, what's inside up close, so you can judge for yourself just on how cool those look. And then, just so you know, anything that's numbered like 1 to 13, 14 is usually common. Anything that's kind of that mid-teens on up into the mid-30s is uncommon, and anything the mid-30s up on through the rest of the set would be considered rare. And then there'll obviously be some ultra rares that'd be in there as well. Sometimes it's like different types of sculpts. Sometimes it's, one of the models looks like it's unpainted. It's kind of that ghost form. Those are generally ultra rares. Or sometimes if it doesn't even have a base and it's just like a model, that can be an ultra rare as well. I'm not sure what we're going to find in here, but we will find out here very soon. So let's get into these boxes. I absolutely love doing these unboxes, especially when we can get some of those rares or ultra rares that are in here. And if you've watched these unboxings on the channel before, you'll know that they generally happen right at the end. It's like the last box that we go through. So I'm not going to go... sometimes I go on weight. Sometimes I don't. I'll put it right here. I hate to have this plastic in the way. So let me get this out of the way for the most part. Okay. Some of them do feel heavy, and some of them do feel, whoa, that one's really heavy. Some of them feel heavy and some of them feel light. So I'm not going to go by weight this time. I'm just going to go right. I'm going to go right in order. And I also want to make sure it's understood. Like these bricks that come to like review channels or unboxing channels or whatever. It isn't like these things are stacked for the video. Like, oh, let's make sure that this is in this brick. This is just a random cut brick right off the line, just like any of them would be, okay? So I want to make sure that's clear to anyone who's watching this. Okay, we are going to start right here, and we're going to go around like this. All right, so first box, we're getting in. Sometimes I keep these boxes, but we're just gonna childishly rip open each one of these boxes. All right, this one feels pretty light. It looks like a bunch of really small models all in there. Now that's interesting. There was no huge or large in that one. Okay, so what do we got? Bunch of small models in this one. This is 31 of 53. Ivan Dirslnya? I don't know. I'm not going to mess up all these names, but this one looks pretty cool. Kind of a dude like strapped into this chair that's got kind of some spider legs. It's pretty awesome. One of the characters within a lot of this is going to be monster and NPC based, specifically to Ravenloft. So we've got one here, pretty awesome. That is going to be that's a uncommon. Now we're going here to another one. This is a 30, another uncommon. Ivana Boristi, 30 of 53. Really like this one. I love the goblet that she's holding. That's really cool. And they did that in like a translucent material. Next one here is 19 of 53. Gallows Speaker. Oh, I love the little transparent sort of mist that's coming out as well. That's done really well. They've really gotten good at how they've done their little different, transparent pieces over the years. This is an 853 headed mummy, crocodile headed mummy. That's really cool. I don't have anything like that. Actually, is literally a crocodile mummy. That's pretty awesome. I have nothing like that. That's awesome. 13 of 53, the boneless. Just kind of a boneless sack of skin kind of moving across the ground there. That one's really ghoulish looking. Ooh, that one's something. All right, box one. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minis in that one. I don't know that I've seen that before. That might be something. That might be something new that they're doing, where you get a bunch of little ones versus any big. Now this one carries some weight here on this one. Oh, nice. It's the big boy. I think this is the largest one that might be in this set. This is a big one. Now this one's actually wired into here. So we'll take that off. Excellent. Okay. Pull that out of the way. The number on this one is 27 of 53. So it's not a rare. 27 of 53. And this one actually has an immense amount of... Check that one out on the minute. That one's got an immense amount of detail with all the little skeletons and souls or whatever you want to call that just wrapped all up inside of there. It is the zombie clot. Very nice right there. Okay. The zombie clot. And then we got 3 minis. We got 10 of 53. And this is Jianxi. That's really cool. Kind of a floating sort of banshee zombie-like creature there. Okay. This is one that I really wanted. 23 of 53. Alakin Ray. Make sure I got that right. Alanik Ray. Alanik Ray. 23 of 53. Really cool little model there. This one here has the wheelchair, just kind of holding just a single like pistol, and it's an older school kind of looking pistol type. And also I'll say the wheels almost have a little not translucent material, but a little bit of a see-through when they hit the light, which I think is really well done. You can almost sort of see through the wheels, but not. And I love that blue that's kind of on the wheel as well. It's kind of a tealish blue. That looks really cool. That's a model that I wanted. Okay, and the last one here, this is a neat little one. 3 of 53. The Carrion Stalker. That's pretty awesome. It's a tiny little bug almost looking creature that's just kind of floating across the ground there. I really like that, and it's got some tentacles that are all kind of tendrils that are all off the back of it that are done in like a blue and a purple. That's a really cool piece there. Okay, that's box 2. Box 3 we're getting in. Come on, baby. Give me something good. All right, sweet. All right, got another. Lost one. Miniature down. Okay, we've got. We'll go ahead. We'll hit the larger or the larger model here first. Get that popped out of there. It's a big piece of plastic for that little guy. Okay, 26 of 53, the Relentless Killer. I actually really like this model. That's a really good reusable sculpt right there. Just big Conan-looking person you're going to have to run into. That's great. The Relentless Killer. I love the sculpt of that. Kind of got a little bit of that Egyptian look to it with that bird-like helmet that it's wearing. That's awesome. Okay. And, ooh, I like this one. Oh, nice. This is one I really wanted. 16 of 53. This is the Mother Lorenda, 16 of 53. Really cool little sculpt. How, you know, she's kind of like bent down there, kind of, you know, sitting on the ground, but then you got that translucent material kind of coming all off the face and the head. And she's holding like a little, it's some little creature because it's got a little face on it. I don't know, I just love that sculpt. I think that's such a cool piece. All right. Here's the Skeletal Archer. Let's see the exact name. Skeleton Archer, 6 of 53. I like the use of this yellow and purple on this particular Skeleton Archer. They did a really cool job with that. And the skeleton's actually wearing a little cape as well, which is something a little bit different sculpt style than what we've seen from the skeletons so far in some of the other sets. So I really like that one. And then here we got this is a rare, 40 of 53, Haslick here, and this one's a really, really cool piece. Little bendage there on the staff that I'm going to have to fix, although I might have just fixed it by doing that. And then a little puff of little magic or whatever's going on here. He's got with that translucent. I love that piece. That sculpt looks really good. I like how they sculpted the clothing and the color choice that they used. That just looks really, really good. Very cool piece. All right. Box 4. We're ripping through. Okay, here we go. What do we got in this one? We got one, I think we've only got one rare so far. Oh, nice. This is the name is not coming to me. Displacer. There we go. Displacer Beast. 35 of 53. This would technically be a rare, just kind of crossed into the rare territory. And that's a cool looking displacer. Now, I do have another. They've done a displacer before in the past, but it did look a little bit different. This one's more of the classic traditional displacer. This looks really awesome. Okay. Now we get into, this looks like some kind of little ghoul or something. Man, this one looks crazy. And it's like coming up out of a box or something. Bagman, 2 of 53. What a cool, you could use that for a lot of different applications, but I love that. Bagman. That's neat. Okay, next one is 25 of 53, the Death Knight. Now, I do believe there's been another Death Knight or something similar that was in another one of these sets. This Death Knight is just really ringing a bell. But this is almost like a zombie Death Knight or a skeletal Death Knight. It actually has a hole that you can see straight through it, which is really cool. And the face in there is actually a skeleton face. So that's really cool. I really like that one. That's a really good piece. All right, so we got one. What do we get? We get 4. Okay, so they're doing all kinds of different stuff. So we got a 4 and then like a medium-sized one in this one. I like how you get like a variation of different things. This looks like a nice, just sort of tribal. What do they call this one? This is Chacuna. 34 of 53. This just barely crosses into the rares as well. This is a really cool looking sculpt as well. I really like just it's got kind of a classic feel to it. It's simple, but it's really cool. It's like they're carrying like a almost like a bear trap looking device, and then over here kind of this sickle machete type looking knife, and then it's got some tattooing and a little bit of like face paint, like kind of war paint there on the eyes. Really cool model. That's a unique one. And then here, this one looks awesome. Oh, this has got to be a rare. It's not. It's a common. 7 of 53. The Were-Raven. Wow, that's awesome. 7 of 53. The Were-Raven. I don't have anything like that. Were-Bears. Werewolves. I got like a Were-Croc. All kinds of wares, but never a Were-Raven. That's an awesome piece. Check that one out on the minicam. Okay. What did we say? We would go this way. All right, now we're into box number 5. We've got, I think, one more super heavy one, and the rest of them are pretty light. All right, there's one particular sculpt I'm really looking for. We'll see if we get it. Oh, this is an awesome one. This is one that I definitely wanted to get. This one is a very unique piece, and this is a rare. 45 of 53, The Unspeakable Horror. And this one's a really, really unique piece. It feels large, but it's kind of small in comparison to some of their sculpts that are here. It has a high level of sculpting and detail on it, and a high level of different colors and paint job that's been done on it. So check this one out on the mini cam. You can see like the amount of sculpting that goes into this, and it's actually pretty difficult sculpting. This headpiece here is very interesting, how this has been sculpted and constructed, because it's actually hollowed out on the inside, and the sculpting like comes up all the way around it. Really unique piece on that one. Okay, I want to keep these separate, so you're seeing each one of these on the cam. All right, looks like we got some type of winged beast here. Oh, this looks cool. This is a Strigoi. Strigoi. 5 of 53. I'm probably butchering some of these names. Kind of a winged bird-like creature with a long beak. Really cool. Good high level of sculpting and paint on those wings. I really like the way they did the wing. The wings really make this sculpt, to tell you the truth. If they wouldn't have put so much on the browns and the quality of those wings, that probably would have been a pretty basic piece. But they did a fantastic job on the wing paint. This is a Whistling Fiend, 18 of 53. Oh, that's a really crazy looking sculpt there. That Fiend. And I think it looks so dark and deadly because it's carrying almost like what looks like this internal organ, and then this spear that it's carrying adds a whole nother dynamic and feel, I think, to that sculpt than what it would have been if it would have just been like crouching down and like just looking all deadly with maybe a tongue coming out. I think the way they sculpted that actually makes it look even more terrifying. Okay, 1 of 53. This is the loup-garou. Garou, I believe. Loup-garou. Kind of a werewolf-looking type creature. Pretty cool. I mean, it's got more of kind of a basic werewolf look to it. I'm trying to look to see. They did a use of different types of grays with browns. So there's a lot of grays and browns on here. They are getting better, I think, utilizing the various different colors to kind of bring out depth in their sculpts, which is something that I really like seeing from them. They've really started to do more and more of that. How they've utilized, like if they're going to make something gray, you'll see gray, light gray, a dark gray. You'll see a brown. You'll see all these different colors sort of move, kind of washed into it or dry brushed over it, that really create a lot more depth, I think, in their paint jobs. So they are getting better and better over the years. Again, every one of these sets seems to get better. I got to make sure every one of these sets seems to get better and better. Yes! Okay. This is what I was looking for. Now, mine is broke. Ah, man, broke out of the pack. Okay, so I think this is an example. Why was this just in here in like this with all... Maybe it was too hard with all these tendrils to be put in a piece of plastic like some of these other ones were. But this one is broke. It is totally broke. Straight out of the pack. The piece is right here. Not a big deal, though. It did crack off nice and clean. So I'll just super glue that back on. And frankly, the fact that it cracked so clean, there is no pieces that are missing, thank God. And I'll just glue that right back on. You will never know the difference. But it is something that did happen. And again, this is a review, so I'm not going to like cut this out and be like, oh, it was broke, and glue it back on and be like, yay! Like, it was broke right out of the pack, okay? So just a little something there for quality control. Wizkids, if you're watching the video here, you might want to think about how to do these types of things go forward in these packs, because obviously this is something that can happen. Okay, this is one of the sculpts I really wanted, though. 33 of 53, the Body Taker plant, which I thought was really cool, and it's got this little person like in the middle of it. That's like and it's like as the person maybe is becoming devoured, it's like oozing kind of out. So I just thought this was a really unique encounter that you can send your party up against. This would be a fun one to do. So I'll put this right here. We'll fix that later. It's no big deal. It can easily be fixed. Okay, not gonna throw a fit about it. Okay, here we got another Bagman's. This is our first. Again, this is our first dupe, and again, this is why you buy the bricks. You're going to get low amounts of dupes. Bagman 2 of 53. We've already seen that in our little Bagman. All right, and that is literally the only dupe we've had so far. I don't think there's any dupes, what I'm seeing either here. This is 4 of 53, the wax replica. That's an interesting sculpt. And I really like the way they did that yellow and that orange there, how it's kind of dripping off. That's a cool one. Take a look at that. It's got a really, this is an awesome one. This is 20 of 53. It's really hard to read these sometimes. Neck-ricker. It's basically a tube of souls. This is a really cool piece. I'm surprised this is just an uncommon. Like it's a really, really cool piece. It's got this amber see-through, the gold kind of copper. Well, it's more of like a copper kind of caps, and inside you can see it's kind of like bone and like a ghoulish looking humanoid form, and you get to see kind of a skeleton at the top. It's a really, really cool piece. I love that piece. All right. Get that out of there. We are down to the last 2 boxes. We're getting close, team. Here we go. I think they're both kind of light. Yes! Yes! I wanted this one. This one's cool, okay? This is the manifestation of Leorps. 32 of 53. It's like it's almost like like if you were to have a stag that would be like a were-stag almost, is what it kind of looks like. It's like this werewolf with antlers is kind of what it looks like, which is really cool. I really like this piece. I love these pieces that this kind of completes the set. I think I have one other like antler type thing that is a were or something, but I don't have anything that looks just like this. I really, really like this sculpt in this set. I was hoping that it would be something that I would get, and I did. So here's a 12 of 53, the Grimska, the Grimishka. I like this one too. It's kind of like a little cat-like gremlin with a bone in its mouth. That's done pretty well. Love the fact that it came with that sculpt too. Here we've got 15 of 53, Arthur Sedgwick. Oh, Arthur Sedgwick! Dual wielding, looking good, man. That one's an awesome one too, NPC-wise. Then we go here to another rare, 43 of 53, the Tens Ching. This one's a cool one. And that is a rare. I love the ability of the paint on this one. So there isn't a lot of colors, but there's a lot of colors with patterns that kind of go across the front of this model. And you'll be able to see that there on the close-up cam, where you got the almost like a silvery color, a gold color, purple color. You got different patterns that go up that cloak. This one's done really well it's very unique on the paint job. Okay, last one. Here we go. Last one, getting into the last box. Come on, let's get something special! What, is it special? It's the headless guy. It is an uncommon, 29 of 53, the headless monster. And it literally is just a headless monster. Like it almost looks like it's broke when you when you see it in the pack, like, ooh, did the head break? No, it's just a headless monster. And it's interesting how they've sculpted it. You can literally see down into... It's almost like it was made like it should have had a head. It doesn't just flat off at the top. It literally is a hole that goes down into the mold. That's pretty cool. And they have utilized some of that translucent paint there. It's not solid. This arm is more solid, but the legs are a little bit lighter, and this arm is a little bit lighter, where if you hit it up at the light, it is going to almost glow a little bit when it hits the light on this arm, which I think is a really cool look. I do really like the way they've painted this up. And it's just straight up headless monster. That's what you get. Boom, headless. All right. I think we got one more dupe. This is, yep, 1 of 53, the Garou again. So another dupe on that. What in the world is this? Oh, that's why it's sculpted like that. All right, we're going to leave this to the end. That's interesting. Okay, so that's why it's sculpted like that. I didn't realize that. Okay, 14 of 53. This is a Vampiric Tatiana. That's really cool. Vampiric Tatiana looks pretty awesome. And then we have a... is this a... We'll see. We'll see if it's a rare. It's not. 17 of 53, the Ghost of Urias. Is that what that says? The Ghost of... I can't read it. The Ghost of Erasmus, 17 of 53. This is a really cool one. I do like these clear ones. That's a really well done ghost model. They went with a really, really clear on this particular one with just, I want to say, it's a very, very small amount of like plastic that goes kind of gray. It is a very, very clear model, but I like how they did it on this one. It looks really good when they do the ghost models more like that. Okay, so now we're going to get into this, which is a couple different little head sculpts that are in here. And lo and behold, what these head sculpts are going to be for is this right here. So you can actually put a head on your headless monster if you want to, and then take that off. And there's two different styles of heads that can go on. That is so cool. I love that. That's awesome. And then you can all of a sudden decide to take that off. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do with that in play. Like a player gets a head, needs to return a head, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with that. All right. So that is the unboxing of the brick. We didn't get too many rares, but we did get a few. We got very, very few dupes. We only got 2 dupes, the box monster and the Garou thing. We got dupes on those, and that was it out of the entire booster box that you saw here. And again, that's why I recommend, if you're going to buy the miniatures within a set, just get the brick if you want a decent amount of the miniatures that's in a set. It should be no surprise what miniatures are in a set. You can easily just go to the internet and search up the set, and there's usually shots, even within the pre-order time, of the entire set, and you can see exactly what's in it. So again, that has been Guide to Van Richten's Castle Ravenloft set from Wizkids. Is going to release Q1 of 2022. It's in pre-order right now, and it is going to be a hot set. So I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. Click that like, hit the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time.